Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody wave. We're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yemi had the body.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Broncos and the Falcons, and it's all up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
First down, they'll start with Algier. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Winston. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. Will be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Fair catch. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'd be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Waste of time.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing. Love. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Love. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cut.
And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it into game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
On play action, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Play fake. Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Way down to the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will make it 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Here's Algier again on second down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. 6-0 our score after 1. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football, and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 1st and 10, Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From just shy of midfield, Love. He sets to fire deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Falcons are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 25 on second down, Winston. He's going to look for Allen now, the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Algier to the 27-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He's got Allen. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Give to Algier from the shotgun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second and 8 coming up. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll run for it with Algier. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Winston to throw for it on 4. The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
It all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Keenan Allen taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Jordan Love ready on first down here. Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. Looking left sideline. Incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. 3rd down, here's Algier. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So first down, and they'll stick with Algier. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Winston into the slide, and he's got a first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Glenn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out.
And now here's another interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Algier with another carry. And some room to work. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a carry for Algier, headed right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 58 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll run here with Algier. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spill an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
On 2nd, here's Algier. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Broncos nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. From the 38, Love. This one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Love now to pass on 1st down. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Toward the back corner of the end zone. Get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Incomplete. A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
To throw now. Here's Love. Now he's forced out left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Love. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing.
They lost 2 there, and it's the
They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
firing
quickly out wide is Love. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Broncos are able to get a score back in the final stick. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, no, it's intercepted. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Trying the left side with Algier. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go play action. Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Love on the slant, completes to Sutton. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, Love. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Love to pass. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Play fake. Here's Love. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw again on second down. Love buying time to his left. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Love. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Here's Love. He's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. 72 yards on the ground for him so far. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Here's Algier again on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Algier will try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he fields it cleanly. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
First down, going to the air with Love. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Options galore here, second and a few inches. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
In motion goes the tight end. Love now. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To the air again. Love being chased out left. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
Love from the gun on third down. And this one is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Desperation time here. Love on fourth down. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
Going back to Love. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Now McManus for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta